Welcome to Circuit Tree. Circuit Tree is a unique application that helps in the design of embedded hardware designs. This is part one of the several video series where today I would demonstrate and show you how to create hardware design through the app. Our goal today would be to design a board that has a Wi-Fi module, a pressure sensor, a LED, a switch, 5 GPIOs, some microcontroller with 5-volt power supply input. The quickest way to start is through the GUI editor, where the requirements would be captured. There is a more advanced requirement capture tool on the index page, which we would cover in another video. Let us start by selecting GPIO pins. The application would connect all the GPIOs to a connector. To use a specific connector for connecting them, then use the Advanced Requirement Editor. Next, quick selection of LED button and then to sensor block. You need to select the type of sensor and here select the component to BMP280. The application would auto-find its pins, way it should connect, interface voltage, reset requirements, and connect them to the circuit. Similarly, for the Wi-Fi sensor, I would pick one. For changing the power, change the default 12-volt power to 5-volt here. The power entry method here is a power jack. For USB-powered battery connections, connector-powered, use the advanced menu to change these options. Let us find the controller. Circuit Tree would find all the most suitable controllers which have the pins and functionality to support this requirement. The table is sorted based on cost, but can be sorted for the smallest area too. Let us select one. In the final step before we view the schematic diagram, the block diagram is shown. Here is the stage where the schematic is created and a design rule check analysis run to look for electrical errors. Great, the check is done to proceed to schematic design. In the schematic viewer, the generated design can be visualized and verified before the layout files create, which typically takes 2 to 5 minutes. You can also download PDF and bill of materials after 2 to 3 minutes to view it offline. An important note here is that the symbols and connections are auto-created and depend upon your peripherals selected. The symbols have been fractured to allow clarity in schematic design. Through the index, various pages can be viewed by clicking upon them. The schematic index has the microcontroller page on top, followed with the peripheral pages, switch, LED, connector, clock pages, power, reset controllers, power connector, and miscellaneous circuits. The layout files are ready to view and customize. Circuit Tree application will auto-place the major components in the smallest form factor. This sub-feature is one of the major time savers, and actually quite fun to view, as this again very dynamically creates different sizes of the boards. Notice that the app has analyzed and found that 54 by 29 millimeters is the optimal area for all component placement. You can again customize this placement through this button here. This menu provides the option to change the board form factor, add holes, add PCB rules, etc. by modifying the board file from here. More demo video on this section later. Let us complete the discrete component placement by pressing the button. Decoupling the capacitors, resistors, and other leftover components would be placed close to the pins. Again, these can be customized. Great. Placement is complete. Let us initiate the layout generation in the background by pressing the button. This would typically take 3 to 5 minutes to generate. Here you would notice the notes added below the PCB area. Note 1 indicates the number of layers that the circuit tree decided as the optimal one. You can specify the layers through this button. There are tons of other features which are supported in the layout section, including BGA fanouts, differential layer routing, length matching, thicker traces for power section for 2-layer designs or planes for multi-layer designs. At the moment, designs are limited up to 6 layers, but more features will be coming soon. The components placed at the top side are in red color, and ones at the bottom are in blue. Awesome! The layout is ready. The schematic and layout needs to be cleaned up and reviewed before we can share the design files with our customers. You need to note that the circuit tree has again selected the bottom layer as the ground layer and routed most of the connections in other layers. There is still a lot more to circuit tree than what we have covered in this video today. To understand more capabilities or look at the designs created through circuit tree, head to circuit-tree.com. Thank you for your time, and I will be back soon with another video.